The New Life Center is the largest domestic violence shelter here in Arizona, and after 2020 was full of unreported abuse and empty beds, the shelter has now been filling up. One stop on the tour that is considered a crowd favorite is the Birdcage Theater, one of the most haunted places in the town. According to the AZ Department of Health Services, just over 58% of the population is fully vaccinated across Arizona. That's not enough for herd immunity. Airport concessionaires worry that the strike will make staffing shortages worse, which will impact travelers who are going to be here in less than a week. Several schools have decided to take extra safety precautions in order to protect staff members. For the Tucson Unified School District, this means directing all meetings online and limiting parent pickups to the parking lots. As of mid-October, about 52% of the population have been fully vaccinated across Arizona. Some other safety tips from Arizona Operation Lifesaver include staying behind the yellow lines when preparing to enter a rail car, using patience when at railroad crossings, and always being aware of your surroundings. In the newsroom, Carolina Hassett, Cronkite News. Sky Harbor has hosted multiple job fairs in an effort to fill vacant spots. A company that handles baggage and air cargo has hosted about 15 job fairs this past year. And while some have been able to fill positions, it may not be enough before the holiday season.
It's very slow. We definitely, honestly, the first one, there's maybe about 20 people total that showed up. There have been a little bit more this time, but even still, it's not quite what we were expecting.
More than a dozen companies who handle everything from rental cars to your Starbucks coffee are rushing to fill all those jobs that make air travel easier. Staffing shortages have especially hit customer service jobs.
When we only have, say, 65% of our operations or restaurants and retail open, that's a third of the shops and restaurants that our customers can't use.
And it isn't just filling those positions. It's about trying to keep the employees.
I think everyone is pretty much seeing this struggle. At first we were dealing with the unemployment. Now we're just dealing with trying to get people to come and work and actually come and stay.
And while this is one of Sky Harbor's job fairs, some companies have seen low turnout despite hosting their own fairs individually.
It's been kind of slow. We have made 5 offers here today, which is pretty good. We were hoping for about 5 to 10.
Sky Harbor says at least 35 people were hired on the spot at the event. And while the fairs seem to be working, some question if this will be enough before the holiday travel season.
We're definitely still on the hunt. With the holiday seasons and everything coming up, people are starting to travel more. So definitely we're looking for more staff to be able to fulfill those customer needs.
The union that represents a lot of the customer service workers at the airport is voting today on whether to strike over the Thanksgiving holiday. Airport concessionaires worry that the strike will make staffing shortages worse, which will impact travelers who are going to be here in less than a week. At Sky Harbor Airport, Carolina Hassett, Cronkite News. According to the AZ Department of Health Services, just over 58% of the population is fully vaccinated across Arizona. That's not enough for herd immunity. So the Phoenix Union High School District is fighting the pandemic on a number of levels, with the goal towards protecting not only their own students, but the community. Phoenix Union's Vax to the Max program is offering money to students and faculty for getting vaccinated. Students can earn up to $100 in gift cards, and staff can earn a one-time $200 payout.
When we began Vax to the Max, we had 10% of our people had disclosed that they were vaccinated. And we are almost at 75% right now across our district.
Since this interview, the rate has risen to 78%, helped in part by efforts from district employees to keep the flow of families getting vaccines consistent.
Originally, we had quite a few in 900, 600, 700 that we would get through on a Saturday. But Vax to the Max isn't just on Saturdays. We're actually doing it through the week. So with those numbers, we're averaging anywhere from 500 to 600 a week.
At first, there were so many people coming and getting vaccinated. Now we're a little bit slower and hoping to get more people to come, especially since their booster shot is out now too.
The district has a goal of reaching an 85% vaccination mark in order to achieve herd immunity, which they hope will benefit their students in the future.
This is actually getting to where a point where we can keep our schools open and educate our students. And the best way to educate them is in schools.
The hope is high level of vaccinations means fewer mitigation measures,
which ultimately means less time fighting COVID and more time educating students. According to the Arizona Department of Health Services, as of October 3rd, the COVID-19 transmission rate in schools in Maricopa County is at 10.7%, which puts it in the high transmission category. That trend has held steady since about mid-November. In the newsroom, Carolina Hassett, Cronkite News.